Okay. This song right here is one of the most. It is very unique within the context of the rest of the album, and I really like this song. I don't know what it is about it, but this song was one of my favorites. The atmosphere, it almost made me cry multiple times. Anyway, I'm recording this intro after having recorded to the full reaction to the entire album, which I'm cutting up into separate videos so that hopefully it doesn't all get blocked. Thank you very much for joining me. If you're new, we're going through OK Computer all the way through. Check out the previous videos if you want. And yeah, thank you for joining me. Let's get into this. Deathstroke 9 in, I guess? I don't know. Oh, I like this. Sounds sad though.
Wake from your sleep, the drying of your tears. Today
Wow.
we escape,
I don't know what it is, but that like
we escape.
this song is making me like my eyes water a little bit.
Pack and get dressed before your father hears us.
Wait, what? Okay.
All hell breaks loose.
There it is.
Keep breathing. Don't lose your nerve. Breathe. Keep breathing. I can't do this alone. Sing us a song to keep us warm. There's such a chill, such a chill.
Wow. Holy cow. The drums and the bass came in so hard there. Let you choke, let you choke. We all Wow.
let you choke, that you chose.
This one's leaving me feeling kind of cold inside. Seriously though, wow. Okay, so now we're on to this freaking song. Exit music for a film. This song is absolutely incredible. Yeah. I would love to make music like this. This is so freaking beautiful. It starts as a little bit of a slow burner, but there's so much emotion in this song. And then when the drums come in near the end and everything kind of explodes, it's just incredible. Then by the end, you're left feeling cold and empty as those last like weird windy effects or whatever are in the background. And yeah, all right. Jeez Louise. Okay, let's take a look at the lyrics. First, Radiohead was in the middle of their 1996 tour when they were approached by a director to record a song meant for his upcoming film Romeo and Juliet. The band was shown the final 30 minutes of the film and were instantly driven to inspiration. According to Tom York, when we saw the scene in which Clary Danes holds the Colt 45 against her head, we started working on the song immediately. The result was Exit Music for a Film, a chillingly gentle song that burst into a haunting crescendo of emotion. Because of its inclusion on OK Computer, it was withheld from the film's soundtrack and instead a remix of talk show hosts took its place. Appropriately, the song plays during the film's closing credits. Lead singer Tom York and Nigel Godrich, and lead guitarist and keyboardist, there we go, Johnny Greenwood, discussed this track in the Rolling Stone article that we keep bringing up on pretty much every one of these videos. York said that the director sent him two random movie scenes. One is where they first meet around a little fish tank, and then they sent me the other, which I can't remember, and I had a half-formed song going one way, but then I got totally obsessed with the Prison Tapes by Johnny Cash. As far as I'm concerned, Romeo and Juliet is a tragedy. Quite literally, it is a tragedy, yes. It's about two people who can't be together and are naive and young enough to believe that they'll go see each other in the next life, so they choose to go there. Godrich said, we listened to Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison a lot. At the beginning of Exit Music, the voice comes in very loud, and that was something that struck from Johnny Cash. Wow. And yes, it does. His voice is super quiet, but it comes in very powerfully, which is one of the things that makes the song so cool. I want to try to emulate that, actually, in something. It's beautiful. We also listened to Remy Zero a lot. Colin Greenwood was really into that. Pet Sounds, too. Pet Sounds is a Beach Boys album, right? Some people have told me I should react to that album. Greenwood said, I remember working at the chords with Tom for the choir part. It was really painstaking. We had to relearn how to really concentrate and focus on something small and work at it properly. And not just go, yeah, that will do. Looking at how the chords run into each other and not be too long and boring. I can remember it making me really tired having to concentrate on that stuff. Wow. Hey, they worked hard on it. That's good. All right, let's take a look at the lyrics. Wake from your sleep, the drying of your tears. Today, we escape. We escape. He says we escape twice. Pack and get dressed before your father hears us, before all hell breaks loose. The speaker tries to wake up his love's interest as she has been sleeping. She had been crying the night before and probably cried herself to sleep. Based on later lyrics, it's likely she cried due to a conflict with her father about her relationship with the unnamed protagonist. Also, since she is running away with her family to start a life with her love interest, which is a very difficult thing to do, she is coming to terms with it, and crying and sleeping is part of that process. The line, wake from your sleep, is a double meaning used for a metaphor for leaving a life of blind captivity behind, as the love interest's life would have always been controlled and designed by the father, and they have found freedom in the protagonist as he comes to take her away. In Shakespeare's classic story, Romeo and Juliet, Juliet seems to be dead, but she was just asleep. The narrator realizes now is the time to leave their previous lives behind and venture together into the unknown. Since this track was composed for the movie Romeo and Juliet, this might refer to the story's ending, where their deaths can be interpreted as a way to escape the horrible consequences their love for each other would have brought upon them. This imagery, seemingly straight out of a romantic movie scene, could have double meaning. Most obviously, it's referring to the father hearing them violently interjecting, possibly preventing their escape. The song's ominous tone, combined with the album's themes of paranoia and collapse, suggest hell breaking loose could be something much larger, more overwhelming, societal, systemic, horrible, and inescapable. In this case, an escape would be futile. Either way, it represents a teenage-like defiance of culture norms. The song, after all, is directly connected to Romeo and Juliet. Breathe, keep breathing, don't lose your nerve. Breathe, keep breathing, I can't do this alone. It's so desperate and powerful. As the protagonist asks his lover to calm down, he reminds her that he cannot escape without her. In Romeo and Juliet context, this escape could be suicide, so he needs her reassurance to be certain with the decision. He may also be telling himself to breathe at this point, to ease himself from any fear that he might have. Sing us a song to keep us warm. Obviously, a song cannot keep one warm, at least not physically. This is sung in an abstract sense, obviously. A warm song is a happy song, a lullaby, anything from someone else to ease the numbing, harsh, cold reality. It's desperation bordering on metaphorical detachment with reality. There's such a chill. Such a chill. A premonition of the future, possibly stemming from the realization that their situation is hopeless, but also a simple acknowledgement of their bleak environment. Notice that this is sung as a cymbal slowly rattles as if to imply the action of shivering. I did not notice that before. That is another layer. Awesome. And you can laugh a spineless laugh. We hope your rules and wisdom choke you. Now we are one in everlasting peace. We hope that you choke. The two lovers leave. They know they'll be mocked, but it will mean nothing to them. A spineless laugh is one of fear and weakness. The joke is on whoever discredits them when they're gone. He expresses contempt for the status quo of the adult world from the perspective of the two young lovers. The two families' conflict in the play are what caused the deaths of their children. He is mocking their false wisdom, hoping they suffer for their wrongdoings, and not being able to look past their conflicts, even if it was in the best interests of their respective children. The line is also mocking traditional societal norms, saying that people are so afraid to move away from their conventional rules and wisdom, and that their refusal to change and constant conformity will choke them. This expresses a general hope of young people, uncompromised by social rules, to live freely and follow their feelings. As we know from the story of Romeo and Juliet, the two young lovers are not willing to obey and choose death instead. This line highlights the tragic ending of Romeo and Juliet, one of the greatest stories of all time, by the way. The untimely death of two lovers due to confusing circumstances. York's take on the play and its concept of unity via death is that it's ultimately a naive tragedy. He elaborates, saying it's about two people who can't be together. Yeah, okay, we already read that. The effect is amplified by the musical structure. The vocal ascent, F sharp, A sharp, E, F sharp, at the end of section C, in scaling its climactic peak, also achieves a dazzling unification of the two implied voices previously distant throughout the section. Stepwise voice leading trajectories are confounded and thus merged. The highest reached in the gesture E to F sharp link up as an octave displaced lower neighbor embellishing of F sharp with the lower voice leading strand. And this musical union of two voices further resonates with the narrative's union of two souls, proclaimed immediately in the final refrain. Thus we learn, following the dramatic conflict and climax, that the exit foretold in the song's title has been achieved, and the two lovers are joined in eternity. Their single voice, now strong and sustained, soars perpetually in the transcendent realm of the upper register. I didn't understand half of that, but it was beautiful. We hope that you choke. This line links back to the original story of Romeo and Juliet, where in the end they poison themselves. Oh yeah, spoilers for Romeo and Juliet, in case you were unaware of this story, although I'm going to assume you're not. But if you were, apologies, but you're watching this video, so. However, as the song is about the two lovers escaping, Tom York spins the idea around and has them wish a similar fate on those who tried to prevent this escape from happening. We hope that you choke. And yeah, it contrasts with him saying, keep breathing earlier to himself. Now he's talking to the naysayers. I hope you're choking. All right, this line links back to the original story of Romeo and Juliet. Okay, that's it then. That is exit music for a film. Thank you for joining me. Stay tuned for the next video. Very, very powerful song. Holy cow. Yeah. Exit music for a film. One of my favorites off the album thus far. And obviously when I'm recording this, I've already heard the whole album. I'm recording these lyrical sections after having listened to the full record and recording my reaction to that. and then I'm cutting them together. So anyway, thanks for joining me. See you guys soon. Deathstroke 9.